I've got a 2003 Rincon 650, and I was always having overheating issues with my radiator, fan not coming on, red light showing it was overheating. Got on YouTube, looking at the forums, couldn't really get any help until I put all the pieces together. One of the main things is this oil cooler. You need to put some spacers in between here, because at the bottom it'll get clogged up and it'll build up. You won't even see it. So now I can get in there with a hose and spray it out. Also on your radiator, if you got clay all up in there, just looks dingy, it could be all between the fins. I had two choices to get radiator cleaner for an air conditioning system. First choice was non-acid. Second choice was acid. The non-acid didn't do me any good. It got a little clean, but really didn't do anything. So I had to put the acid on it. A word of warning: if you use the acid, get you some thick latex gloves. It'll burn, it'll get itself into the quick of your nails, and it will burn for a very long time. We're talking about 3 or 4 days. I found out. Learned from my mistake. On the fan, what I've done is I've used these parts. You can use a heat gun over here to shrink wrap it around it, creating a tight seal. I haven't put my indicator light on yet, but I've got this. I used a rocker arm switch. It's a 3 switch. Well, for the indicator light. Weatherproof again for the rings, and the quick splice kit. Little crimper, cutter, and handy dandy brush. I went ahead and ran the power to power. I ran my ground to body. When I ran my ground to the battery, every time I turned the system on, the fan would start running. Okay? So now that I got it to the body, I can come over here to my toggle switch and hit it, but it don't come on. Now, here's the other issue I've been having. Well, I think I blew a fuse. There wasn't a fuse in it. Let me put a fuse in there and I'll demonstrate. Alright, now I've gone ahead and put me a 30 amp fuse in there, as you can see. Turn this off, turn it back on. I thought maybe I was having some problems with my fan, but I'm going to go over and kick it and it'll just spin around. That's it. Go to my toggle switch, comes on. Now I'm going to turn it off so you can hear. Basically what I had to do, and it took a while to figure it out, is this system, power is coming directly into the middle of the toggle switch. The other side will say earth, which is the ground, and then I got power going out. Here's the kicker. On this system, on this Rincon 650, right here is where it goes back to your relay. What I had to do was cut into it, splice into a ground here, then splice into another ground so I could take it to the body, which I showed you a while ago. Of course, here's the positive going in from the toggle switch. So I have one coming from the toggle switch, the second going to the ground to the body. And then I've got to clean it up, of course, and I grounded it here. When I was grounded to the battery, whenever I turned the four-wheeler on, the fan would just kick on. But when I ground it to the body, all I got to do is go to my toggle switch and hit it. Now my plan later on is just take one of these little indicator lights, put it up somewhere here, so when I turn it off, if this toggle switch is still on, that indicator light will be on. I should be able to hear the fan, but still, visual and hearing will help me better than anything else. And it took me forever to figure this out. But I'm going to post this up there for everybody to see. I've seen a lot of people ask questions about it, and I hope this helps you. If you got any questions, shoot me an email or send a message on here. I'll try my best. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a plain old Jane guy that just got out here reworking a four-wheeler and trying to get the fan up and going. I hope you like it, and I hope it helps.